Hey Charles, how you doing? Okay, I've got your work up here. Um, Read your reading. Okay, yes, got your email. All right, we're set here. Let's go and take a look at the work. So I think the business card looks. I think it looks great actually, yeah, and the level of consistency here is fantastic. This is exactly what we're looking for. I do have some comments I think that will help the general overall mechanics of the package, of the branding package stationery system itself, but in general, I think you've got the idea, and the idea here is to maintain a high level of consistency, as this is branding. Okay, let's start with the business card. So now you've added these embellishments right here, right? But my only issue here is that this is really visually heavy, and it's more so than the logo, and it really pulls all of the visual attention to that little bottom area of each of the setups. And that's okay, but as long as you realize that's going to end up being the number one position in hierarchy, because it's just, there's too much weight, visual weight here to compete with the logo. So um, I think that we can alleviate that by one of two things. Either take that swirl and make it much smaller in each of the three pieces, um, or you could even change the color to have the bottom blue and the top black, and that will lighten up the visual weight associated with that. I think it will more evenly distribute the weight, the balanced weight of the composition, all three compositions for that matter. Okay, business card. So this looks great. This looks great too. My only recommendation here is to group um, information. Okay, so you have Charles Schoonover, IT security manager. That's one group. Okay, that's grouped together. So IT manager should be close to Charles Schoonover. Then a little space, and then address and telephone number, since those belong together, right? Then another little space, and then have your URL and email address, and then maybe the fax number as well, since those are all related to computer communication. Maybe you could have those all three together too. So it's a really interesting way to lay out a business card, is to group information according to meaning. Okay, so other than that, let's go ahead and jump over. And then this area right here could prove to be problematic in USPS. That's US Post Office regulations, because quite typically they use this area on the bottom of a stamp and the bottom of an envelope. Sometimes up here you see those little kind of stamps they place on there. It's like a series of numbers. It's department code, and it has to do with mail sorting. So quite often USPS regulations prohibit the placement of any kind of graphic elements in that vicinity. So you might want to check that. If you just simply go to USPS envelope regulations, you'll find that. And then the letterhead itself, let me see. Oh, the address itself over here, I would take that away. Remember your assured clear distance from your style guide? This address is most certainly violating that assured clear distance. So is the fact that the logo is right up at the edge. Remember, we have that assured clear distance. Assured, your logo should be down here somewhere. And then as far as the address goes, I would take that address and place it underneath the logo, centered on the logo itself, not on the logo text. Right now, this is centered on the logo text. I would take the address and center it on the whole logo and text, and put it below there. Don't forget your assured clear distances. That's really, really important. Okay, let's jump over to the letterhead. I think the letterhead looks good. You need normally you wouldn't have a dedicated letterhead to an individual employee, because that's indicating that all employees in this company have their own letterhead, and we know that's just not cost prohibitive. I mean, that is cost prohibitive. It's just not cost effective at all. So typically we use one letterhead for the entire organization. Now, as far as this goes, I'm okay with I actually like spanning the bottom of the letterhead with the contact information. I think it's a really neat setup, because it opens up this whole area, and it really allows your letterhead to act as an invoice or for accounts receivable or inter-office communication, etc., etc. So that's a really neat way to repurpose your letterhead as well. However, right now, again, we've got this this graphic at the bottom is forcing you to push all of your text to the left. Okay, that's an imbalance. So I think that you should pull that text more to the center and try to figure out what you're going to do here. Otherwise, it just looks like it's off balance. It just doesn't ever seem to work if you're placing your contact information on the bottom of a letterhead. It never seems to work to left align it with the logo because you're always going to come up a little bit short. I always think it's a better idea to completely just center that information on the page itself. Okay, great job. Other than that, I think you're looking great. Really good start. Excellent proficiency, showing a good understanding of the importance of consistency in your branding stationery packages, and that's fantastic. So moving forward, you'll be submitting the other two branding packages with the logos you did not use in this particular assignment. All right, great job. Thank you very much.